Okay, JP Bailey here. This is video 2. We're going to do the next 5 issues here of things I do as an adult as a result of emotional abuse as a child, using the inner peace process, which I want to explain bit by bit in these series of videos. So number 6, this person saying I'm basically a hermit. My home is my fortress. I have borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and anxiety. It's so hard to work or apply myself in school or just life when every time I want to apply myself, I can't help but run to the nearest exit to catch my breath. I constantly fear everyone around me. And I really feel for people who are going through this. This is real. They really got abuse issues, really stuck and triggered, kind of in a loop. And it sounds like, when they're out of breath and have to run away, that they are definitely in fight or flight. They want to run, and they definitely got that anxiety. So, what I'm saying about this one is that you were programmed to self-destruct when you try to apply yourself. This is anxiety, and it's actually very easy to feel anxiety in your body or like in your chest, right? So where do you feel this in your body? When you try to apply yourself and this is triggered, where do you feel that anxiety in your body? If you could talk to it and go within to do a mindfulness activity for about 5 to 10 minutes, would you be willing to try it? If so, then ask the inner peace process questions. There's one main question, where do you feel it in your body? And then there's 5 follow-up questions that I'm going to go into now that are about your inner senses or your neuro-linguistic programming or inner communication. Okay, ready? So question number 1, after we know where we feel it in our body, let's say it's in the person's chest. So then I say, what shape is it? And I just pause and let the person go within using their mind's eye to see what is the shape of this anxiety, this body sensation, this somatic marker. This is kind of like somatic experiencing. You're feeling it in your body. Okay, we're not talking about it in our head. We're not going to go into the content and analyzing and, oh, it's because my dad said this and my mom said that and I didn't get this or that. It's about where are you feeling it right now, because that's what we need to attend to. That's what we need to pay attention to. And what shape is it? So they tell me what shape it is, and I jot it down. And then I ask the next question. What color is it? And I pause, and I let them go within. You have to go within and look to see the colors, right? So you go within, and then the person tells me, whatever color it is. Now, there's no right or wrong answers for these. You're just trying to get the person to go within so they can communicate with the part of them that's generating this trigger that's stuck so that we can help it. So after the shape and the color, then the next question is, how heavy is it? How much does it weigh? How much space or density does it take up? And then the person goes within to get a sense of how heavy or light it is. Maybe they have a sense of it's heavier than me, it's about 5 pounds or whatever. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. You're just getting them to feel it on the inside in a whole new way. So after the weight, then I ask them, what temperature is it? And this really requires them to go inside a little deeper to really get a sense of, if it's hot, cold, warm, or cool. What does it feel like? You have to feel it with your mind's eye. You have to go in with your inner sight, your inner feelings, and you get a sense of it. And then when they give me the answer, then I go on to the next and last question, which is, what does it sound like? And then I pause and I let the person go in listening. And you can see that they're trying to listen intently. And yet they're very quiet on the outside. But on the inside, I know there's a lot going on. So then they tell me what it sounds like. And then we have now the five senses. We have these questions asked. So now we have we've done a lot right there. We've gone within, we've identified this body sensation, this trigger. We know what shape, color, weight, temperature, and sound it makes. So now it's kind of like a thing that's separate from us. We have us, our true self, and we have this thing we just described, which makes it easier to see it as kind of a tangible thing that we can do something with. Okay, so let's move on to number 7, and we'll get into the next steps of the inner peace process from there. So number 7 is I have problems trusting people. I keep people at an arm's length. I never really let them into my life. I don't allow them to know my health problems or my mental illness. If I do let them in, it's rare, and they will have known me for years. It takes a long time for me to build trust. So I understand we really should all be very careful about trusting others. As far as you in your life, how does that make you feel? Do you feel lonely? Do you really want to share some of your problems with others? If a charge comes up when I'm saying those questions, then I ask, where do you feel that in your body? If no charge comes up, then I have to assume it's perfectly fine for you to be this way, and you're just letting us know that you don't trust people because of the way you were raised. If you could trust 1 or 2 people just a little bit more, would you? Would you want to be able to have a friend you could talk to? Do you want to be able to learn how to screen people a lot faster so you know who you could trust and share your problems with and who you couldn't? And, usually when people are coming to me for help, they're saying yes to these questions because they do want to change this. So I go right into the inner peace process. Where you feel it in your body. As soon as we have that location, then we do the next 5 questions as I outlined earlier. And some more steps as we go along. But I want you to get used to this process. So here we go. Number 8, indecisiveness. It feels like every choice I make is wrong, even if I choose the option I'm told to take. I'm afraid to be a parent because I don't want to mess up my kid. Self-doubt and indecisiveness holds a lot of people back from having toxic families because your true self was always shut down. Your likes, your wants, your needs, your choices, they were always shut down. Maybe you were even punished for it. So when you do have a choice, you're so scared to be wrong, you really can't make one, and you get kind of stuck in procrastination and self-doubt and being indecisive. How do you feel about that? And do you feel that in your chest or in your throat or where? Once you locate it, and we ask the 5 questions, what shape is it? What color? How much does it weigh? The temperature, and what does it sound like? Now we have this thing that I identified as separate from us. Now we can actually ask it a question, and the magic question that we ask it is ask it what it wants, and just pause and see what comes up. Notice what comes up because it wants something. Everything that comes up has an intention. It wants something, or it wouldn't be there. So ask it what it wants and see what comes up. Number 9, I avoid saying anything that others might not agree with, which means I'm never being myself. I wear a mask of complete being neutral in any situation because I'm so scared of anyone feeling negative towards me. So they don't want to really be themselves and say their opinion. They want to stay neutral because they're kind of scared of which either side might pounce, right? So this is fear. Where do you feel it in your body? Just pause and notice what comes up. What color is it? Pause, look within. What color do you see with your mind's eye? How much does it weigh? Go within. Let your eyes glance downward as you feel your way to the shape, this color, the thing. Get a sense of how much it weighs. Use your imagination. What temperature is it? Pause. Go within. There's no hurry here. Feel it. Wait for it. Notice. Get a sense of either cool or warm, hot or cold. Try to estimate the temperature. Your body's generally 98 degrees, so is it hotter or colder than that? Now you're within yourself. You've just practiced mindfulness by going within and feeling it, feeling a problem. Right this second, if you were to check in with your body, you just might notice it's quieter and calmer already. Now imagine that thing in your body you just described, that it's being generated by a part of you. And I want you to put this part that you just described into your left hand. Just use your imagination and put it into your left hand, imagining it there and looking at your left hand. I want you to ask it, are you willing to communicate with me? And you just pause and wait till you get sort of a yay, nay, yes or no feeling. Maybe you get a maybe. Take that for a yes and continue on. If it says no, we'll do something else. But let's just say it says yes. Then you say, thank you. Thank you for communicating with me. And now ask it, what do you want? And just pause. Notice what comes up. Is it trying to help you in some way? Is it trying to protect you in some way? What does it want? Some really good, insightful things can come up when you ask that question. And now for the last one for this video, number 10, I'm very defensive, which can come across as cold or nasty. I also portray quite a lot of negativity, which seems to be my barrier so I don't get hurt. Well, where do you feel this edgy feeling in your body? Run it through the same questions. After it's in your left hand and it tells you what it wants, I want you to put that aside and now bring up your resource states into your right hand, and that's where we'll pick up at the next video. Now we're going to go to the right hand and call up and elicit your resource states, because that's what we need to help the left hand, or the issue that's in the left hand that's representative in the left hand. So a part of you feels this fear, another part of you has resources. We're going to get the two parts to integrate and help each other, and that's the cool part of the inner peace process. It works awesome. Stay tuned for video 3, and we will get into that a little bit more. Thanks.